Cancers are ruled by the moon. So we know the moon hops around, the astrological signs every few days to complete a cycle of about 29 days. So this is why Cancers are so unpredictable. This is why they're so moody. This is why they're so clingy. They are literally experiencing every few days what all the astrological signs are feeling. So they are very sensitive because of that. They are clingy. They can't let go. It's just like a crab. When you examine the crab, it has all of those claws. Have you ever seen like a crab when you put it into like a boil and they're trying to scramble away from you? Like all those little claws are just going. Or if you like latch onto them or let them latch onto you, they hold on for dear life. So they are very clingy. They won't let you go anywhere. If you're in a relationship with them, they want to know where you're going, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, can they come. That's even if they let you out of the house. They don't even like to leave. They just like to stay home and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. Now that's one thing. They will feed you, but they will smother you like pork chops, honey. And if you're in a relationship with them and you like to babysit grown folk, this is the relationship for you. If you want to feel cloistered like a nun, this is the relationship for you. And can we just talk about how much they nag and nag and nag and nag and nag? But it's not their fault because, see, Cancers are symbolically, right? A crab is also a sexually transmitted disease. And also, cancer is a very serious disease. So this is a heavy connotation for this sign to try to overcome. These people were voted most likely to be criminals, and this is like the crime of passion killers, okay? They're arrested the most, and they say that the Zodiac killer may have been a Cancer. They're mentally unstable, very unbalanced, and they have ego issues. Now, let's look at some famous stars that may be Cancers. So hopefully I got this right, but it looks like Robin Williams, Princess Diana, and Camilla Parker Bowles. So that means, according to some conspiracy theorists, Prince Charles, he likes Cancers that are transsexuals. I didn't say it. They said it. They're saying the royal family are a bunch of transsexuals. I'm not saying that. That's what they said. Tom Cruise, we know he's into Scientology. We saw him jumping on the couch because he was crazy in love. But that child told a whole nother story about how abusive and clingy and possessive and controlling he was. Now she's dating Jamie Foxx, which is so bizarre. But they pass those Hollywood stars around like a weed bong. To the left. And Fantasia is a Cancer. And we know she was in the news because she was dating that T-Mobile guy. And she lied and said that, she didn't know he was married or he wasn't married anymore. But look, if you're married until you're divorced. Stop dating married people. It doesn't matter if they're separated, if they tell you the wife isn't sleeping with them, if they tell you the husband is too fat, whatever they're telling you, don't believe it. Then she said she was going to commit suicide and she was in a hospital. So Cancers are very unstable people. Now let's look at Mike Tyson. Apparently he's a Cancer, and we know that he was famous for biting ears and being arrested a lot of times and fighting his wife, Robin. I love Robin Givens. But they say that she was like his handler. And, in conspiracy terms, like your handler is someone that is basically going to control you and your image and keep you in line in case the mind control MK Ultra wears off. Now, you're probably thinking, why would Mike Tyson be mind control? Well, he was taken under the wing of D'Amato. I think that's how you say it. And the guy, Don, with the crazy hair. he was taken under their tutelage when he was very young, and they shaped him. And D'Amato taught him how to be a trained killer in the ring. And he actually says that when he talked to him, D'Amato talked to Tyson, he said so much to him about ripping them up and being crocodiles and, devouring them. He said that's when he became an arrogant sociopath. Cancers have hidden anger issues. You want to know what's under the shell? Lots and lots of anger and confusion. Just like when you open the crab and you see all those nasty mustard and gills and lungs and dead man's parts, just like a cancer. That's why they're always, have abusive tendencies, and they're angry a lot because they're so shy. They keep everything in. Now, they say Bill Cosby is a cancer. I hope I got this right, because Bill, it was everyone's favorite popsicle man. And now they're saying that he was actually making all of these women, suck his popsicle. Well, let me tell you something about Hollywood. These people make pacts with the devil. And when their time is up, the time is up. And see, when you're 20 making a pact in Hollywood, 40 years seems like a long time away. But a lot of this is just, it's time to pay the piper. I don't have any conclusions about that. Let's talk about the most famous cancer we know that kind of supports my theory on them being crime of passion killers. O.J. Simpson. Did y'all forget? If the gloves don't fit, you gotta acquit. He was crazy about his wife, Nicole. He was so crazy he killed her. Now, this has not been proven. The trial did last almost 2 years. We had a very famous attorney panel on both sides, really. We had the famous Johnny Cochran and Robert Kardashian. But let me tell you, Mr. Kardashian did pass, and they're saying that this was because he was sacrificed. I don't know, y'all. But get back to OJ. OJ was in that slow truck chase and sitting in the back, and he visited the crime scene, and he was abusive to his wife. She said that he did beat on her throughout the marriage. So cancers, they can be, very much about the home and family life and taking care of you, but they have this deep switch, and I think it relates to the fact that, one, they're tied to the moon, and more crimes are done under the full moon period than any other period. More lunacy, right? Lunacy as in the moon, Luna, and then more passion. So sometimes when you see lots of things happening on the news, you'll be like, is there a full moon? Yes, there is a full moon. And usually cancers are out wreaking havoc. So I don't know. You tell me, cancers, are they caring or crybabies?